Hi guys, this is Keith with Divorce the Horse, and today we're talking about a very important thing that you're going to need when you're out camping in state parks and BLM land, and that is rain gear. And now you say, why do I need rain gear? You know, I'm going to be in my camper. Well, let me tell you, there's a little thing called hypothermia, and what hypothermia is technically exposure. It's when the temperatures drop down to around 45 degrees or a little bit lower, and you get wet and you stay wet long enough, your core body temperature will drop to the point where you will basically not be able to function properly. You'll be disorientated, you can get lost in the woods, you can just walk away from your campsite. Oftentimes, if you get it bad enough, people actually hallucinate that they're warmer than they are and start taking their clothes off, and then they basically die in the woods. But you can die in your camper if you've been wet all day and you don't get warm. And the most important part of preventing exposure or hypothermia is good rain gear. Now let's talk about what good rain gear is. You know, there are two types of rain gear. There's the full body suit, you know, with the top like I have, and the pants, the rubber pants that go underneath. And then there's the poncho style. Now guys, I've done a lot of camping in my life. I did the Boy Scouts. I've camped in the woods in temperatures where hypothermia was really quite possible, where it rained like it is today, basically for 6 days straight. Nothing but rain. Everything was wet. Very bad situation. And I had a poncho. And at first I thought the poncho was great, you know. It kept me dry from the head down, but unfortunately it left my knees and below exposed to the elements, which meant I ended up with wet feet, wet socks, wet lower pants, and, you know, wet shoes and wet socks will lead to blisters and foot fungus and just misery in general when you first get wet. So guys, ditch the poncho. Don't buy a freaking poncho. The freaking ponchos are worthless as far as I'm concerned in any decent amount of rain. And go with the rain gear set that has the jacket and the pants to match. And be sure that you put the pants on over your boots, that you waterproofed, of course, so that the water runs off your pants and down onto your boot instead of into your ankle and into your sock. You know, very important tips to help keep you safe, keep you warm, and that's very important, especially when you're camping in areas where it gets down to 42 or 43 degrees at night. Perfect hypothermia weather, it can kill you, and a lot of people don't even know that. They're not aware of that. So we're gonna go into the store next. So as you can see behind me at my local retailer, Walmart store, there is a wide selection of rain gear. Very important. Once again, I would skip the poncho, and the reason being is no matter how hard you try, your legs, the bottom of your pants, and your feet are going to get wet with the ponchos. You want to go with a two-piece full suit. The more expensive the better, because that means the quality of the leather or plastic or rubber or whatever it is made out of is going to be improved. And you don't want to skimp on your rain gear. You know, there'll be times when you're out in the woods camping and it rains all freaking week long. And I've been there, and I tell you what, it's miserable if you're not dry. So very important. You don't want to get hypothermia. You could die from that. You could die from that in your sleep, in your sleeping bag, in your RV or your tiny home, because you got wet and stayed wet too long. Don't risk it, guys. Not worth it. Do yourself a favor. Buy some good quality rain gear. You can also find that on our website in the camping section. I'll put a link in the description below. So thanks for watching us, and stay dry, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Send this to your friends who go camping. We want to keep them warm, we want to keep them safe, and we want to help you guys have the best time that you possibly can and enjoy your new experiences camping. This is Keith with Divorce the Horse, signing out. So what'd you guys think, huh? Pretty interesting stuff you never knew. Maybe you did, but needed to be reminded. Also, another important thing to get for yourself, aside from the boots and the rain gear, is Mr. Umbrella. And you say, like, I have rain gear, why do I need an umbrella? Well, quite frankly, sometimes you're in situations where it's downpouring and you just need to get from your camper or your RV to the bathroom or to the store, you know, or to the hotel even, and you just don't want to get wet. Keep one of these bad boys in your car between the seats, or your RV, wherever, one for each person, because believe me, there'll be times when you wish you had it and you don't, and you'll be sorry. Rain gear and umbrellas are kind of like condoms. It's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. This is Keith for Divorce the Horse, signing out.